This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. A station that pays.
This is MC Reggie Fresh from the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. And folks, guess who's in the building? He was born and raised in the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. He graduated from W.E.B. Du Bois Preparatory Academy High School. He attended Tuskegee University with a bachelor's degree in animal science and a doctorate degree at Tuskegee University College of Veterinarian Medicine. And you know him from the Animal Planet Network, The Vet Life. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dr. Blue.
This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. A station that pays.
Welcome to the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. What's going on, Dr. Blue?
What's going on, Reggie, man? How's everything, brother?
Hey, man, everything is everything.
That sounds real good.
All I know is, man, I grew up with, we had puppies and, dogs and cats and stuff growing up. And, but man, the older I got, the more scared I got of dogs. I just really was scared of dogs, especially when they big, you know what I'm saying? But, I don't see how you do it.
Well, it's everybody got a thing. Stevie Wonder says that. Everybody's got a thing. Some don't know how to handle it. I figured out how to handle mine at a very young age, man, and I was really just given the gift to, be a person that loves animals but also really enjoys work. Some people love animals, but they don't want to work with them.
Yeah, right.
I love them, and I get to treat them, and I think I do a really good job at it, and I think that was just my gift from God, man, so that's always just been me.
Okay.
It ain't for everybody.
Right. Now, let me ask you, how long you been a veterinarian?
I've been a veterinarian for 13 years, Reggie. 13 years, man, and I feel young, but it's been 13 years, and it's been great. It's been great.
What made you want to become a veterinarian?
Like I said, I think that was my gift from God. I thought God, I think this is what happened. So God saw me in my mama's womb and was like, yeah, this is a little rough child here. Let's just go ahead and make it easy for him and his mama and his daddy. Let's just go ahead and give him his gift. Don't let him look too far, because he gonna act up. Veterinary medicine is what you gonna do. And I'll be honest with you, man, I was one of those guys that, my work ethic is really hard. I got a great work ethic, and I had to do a lot to get to this point. But
right.
I had it easy in the sense that I knew what I wanted to do. A lot of people go through life and it takes some time to figure it out. I had it. So I feel like that part for me was easy.
Wow. Now, how did the Animal Planet come about?
Oh, man. So Animal Planet is one of the greatest things that ever happened to me, man. My little sister, Nawara Blue.
Yes, sir.
She's got a company called Blue Like the Color. You can find her on Instagram. It's I think it's Nawara Blue Like the Color.
Right.
She is a super producer, man, and she worked on shows that you might have seen, like Pawn Stars in Las Vegas, Love at First Sight, or her site. Couple of other ones like the Love Show. She did the Barbecue Challenge show on Netflix. Just a real world. She did tons of shows, and she had the idea one time that she said, you know what, DR, you kind of funny. You and your best friends are funny. You guys work together well. You know, we need a show of black veterinarians.
Why?
You know, and at the time there was no shows with black veterinarians, and she was like, I think it would be awesome. And I kind of just brushed it off, and, you know, my thing wasn't reality TV. I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a veterinarian. That was my thing.
Yeah.
And long story short, she pitched it to a production company that, in turn, worked with another production company that pitched it to Animal Planet. Animal Planet Discovery loved us, and, man, it's history from there.
Get out of here.
Running and gunning, man. Running and gunning.
That's all right, man. Now, let me ask you this. Give me one of your most excitement, rememberable time as being a veterinarian.
Oh, wow. It's too many.
I know it, so give me one of them.
Let me see. I think that one of the most memorable times, man, or exciting was it was actually filmed. I was going out to this what's called a vegan ranch, or some, you know, a little different than what you're probably accustomed to. But it was a farmer. He was an ex-farmer. Him and his wife turned their ranch into a vegan ranch, which is basically they don't eat meat anymore and they don't do any cow-calf production like your common farming. They just, you know, have the cows basically like a rescue, and their cows are all their pets. And they wanted me to go out there and castrate because they kept having these offspring because the bulls were doing what bulls do.
Right.
But they were very specific about how they wanted me to castrate them. They wanted few drugs as possible and light anesthesia and all these things. And they were very, very specific. And they wouldn't let me, you know, do things the way that I would typically do with a bull.
Right.
Well, it became very memorable when these bulls, they got all that adrenaline in them. They wasn't going down. They started breaking out of cages, tearing down fences, and I was like, you know what? I got to get the hell out of here before I was my life.
Wow.
So we did our job, man, and we got done, but I had to go. You know, they actually hit the owner.
Wow.
Bulls are crazy. You know, you don't mess with bulls.
No.
Nah, man.
Hey, man, speaking of bulls, on our street, man, on Woodline Avenue in Lebanon, Kentucky, man, this guy owned a bull right across from my grandma's house, where the bull broke loose, and it was a wall house, and we was riding bikes, man. How come that bull got loose and started chasing me?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds about like the trip I had at the vegan farm.
Man.
Bulls ain't nothing to mess with, man. You know, especially, you know, during like mating season, and man, they don't play.
They don't play. You better.
Testosterone, a lot of muscle, a lot of weight.
You better believe it. All right, now let me ask you this, Dr. Blue. Tell me now, do you ever get scared when big dogs come in there, like Rottweilers and Pit Bulls? I mean, I'm just saying, how, you know, because if they don't know you when they new, you know, like a new patient, I know you put something over their mouth, but have you ever had any type of incidents?
So honestly, we don't muzzle every animal.
Okay.
Actually, the majority of them we do not muzzle.
Wow.
We only muzzle the ones that show a need to be muzzled, and that's after we try to do it without a muzzle, or unless the owner says, you know, this is the type of dog you need to muzzle.
Man.
We listen directly, but you know, you'd be surprised, man. Pit bulls, those are not the breeds you need to muzzle. They're the ones that are very, very laid back. They usually listen to commands well. They don't bite people as much as you probably think, you know, like you hear in the news.
Yeah.
Rotties, on the other hand, they can be very protective of themselves and especially their owners.
Mm-hmm.
Those you got to be careful of. Rotties don't really give a whole lot of signals. They'll sit there real quiet and all of a sudden you in their mouth. So Rotties, if we never work with them, we're cautious. We kind of choose our battles. The ones you have to muzzle, honestly, is the Chihuahuas. The littlest one of the group, man. They'll bite everything. We call them little land sharks. You know?
I know.
Those are the ones you got to worry about. The big dogs I don't tend to worry about so much. And you can restrain them a lot easier and not cause harm, whereas the little ones, you know, when you're trying to restrain them, there's only so much restraint you can do because they're so small
Wow.
So it's really the reverse, man. But yeah, we definitely have to muzzle here and there sometimes. There's only been, I think there's about 2 or 3 dogs I've ever been afraid of. And, you know, there was a good reason. Both of them were greater than 130 pounds. And when I say they meant business, every inch of their body, every muscle fiber, they meant business. And I definitely had to have the owner muzzle them or sedate them and tranquilize them. Because I wasn't gonna fight that fight.
Get out of here.
A dog weigh almost as much as a grown man, and they got all the dog muscle to go with it, with teeth. That's a bad day.
Wow. Okay, now let me ask you this. So you got the these upcoming veterinarians that want to be veterinarians, you know, students and everybody who would like to be a veterinarian. Can you give me some advice and give them some advice on what to do to be successful in this business?
Yeah, I can. You know, I think the first thing that I'll say is try. Just try, and then when you try, just keep trying. You gotta just keep trying. You know, I think the other part is to understand is that, you know, we teach our young people some things sometimes a misnomer. We say that, you know, we teach them that failure is kind of the opposite of success, and it's not. You know, these young people need to understand that failure is a part of success. You have to fail within your success. I fail all the time on different things. You know, but don't think because you fail, that's like it or it's over. That's a part of making it to your goal, not the opposite of your goal. Other things is, you know, great mentorship. You gotta have a good mentor. I don't care how smart you are, how good you are. You need somebody that's been there, done that. It just makes it that much easier and much more understandable. It's much more tangible for you.
Right.
You know, so it's good to have a good mentor. And what my company, Cypher Animal Hospital, does, me and my 2 partners, Dr. Levine and Dr. Ross, you know, we have multiple practices. So we've got our 2 practices in Houston, Texas, one in Cypress, and then one in Aldine. And then we're opening a practice right now in Dallas. It's in the Addison area. So in Inwood, next to it's in the complex, Addison Pet Yard is what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah. And, you know, we also reach back to Tuskegee University and do mentorship and get those interns out. We got students from Harvard, Purdue, Cornell, all over the world, man. So it's a really great thing when you have students that are, you know, encouraged and want to be veterinarians. And I'll say reach out to a good mentor like us and come and work in one of our hospitals because we're constantly growing and we got more hospitals coming soon to Houston, Texas.
Okay, now let me ask you this. I want you to give me your contact numbers. If anybody wants to be a veterinarian, how can they reach you or what they need to do to become a veterinarian, to go to school or whatever?
Absolutely. So, you know, the best thing you can do as far as, you know, wanting to be a veterinarian again is go work at a vet hospital and start working and mentoring, getting mentors and, you know, kind of network. But if you want to reach out to us, my main office hospital number is 281-547-6128. The best thing you can do is not call, though. You can email, you can go to our website, actually, and there's a career path we have on there. And you can go to CypherAnimalHospital.com. That's CYFAIR animalhospital.com. And there's a career path you can link.
Okay.
Also, my own foundation that I have is called the DR Blue Education Initiative. So you just go to that online, and we can definitely, you know, help you out, reach out to, you know, students, and try to get you guys drilled into where you really want to be. And that's what my foundation does. It ushers children that want to be veterinarians like I was all the way through your professional career into a hospital to be an owner.
That's all right, Dr. Blue. That's all right, man. Hey, man, you know, it's been a while trying to get you on here, but, you know, everybody's busy here and there, man. So, but I finally got you here.
Yes, indeed. You know, there ain't no time like the present, right?
You better believe it. You better believe it. Now, I want to ask you, do you got any shout-outs you want to give to anybody?
Oh, man, well, I ain't gave a shout-out in years. I love the fact, Reggie, that you still do shout-outs. So, yeah, let me go ahead and shoot some shots right now. I want to give a shout-out to my wife, Jessica Blue, the queen of the castle. I want to give a shout-out to my kids, Dean, Dylan, and Nia. Shout-out to my brother, my business partner, T. Blue, all my family, the Durant, the Blues, the White, you know, the Nichols, the Porters, you know, the Sickles, everybody, you know. I also want to give a big shout-out to Cypher Animal Hospital. Tuskegee University, my partner, Dr. Ross and Dr. Levine, all of my associate doctors. It's too much to go around, man. I just want to give so many shots out. I want to give a shout out to all the veterinarians that helped me with my career. Dr. Nave, Dr. Ballard, Dr. Lewis, all the doctors in Vegas that really helped me steer clear of trouble and really helped me become the veterinarian that I am today.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of shout outs, but that's where I'll start, man.
Okay, all right, cool. Now, man, I want you to tell everybody, the whole world, I want you to let them know and tell them what's the baddest station in the land and the station that pays.
Oh, man. MC Reggie Fresh morning show, baby.
And there y'all have it, folks. Y'all know him from the Animal Planet, a.k.a. Dr. Blue, was right here on the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show.
This is the MC Reggie Fresh Morning Show. A station that pays.